Which stage of financial independence are you at? Find out next. MGTOW money. Financial independence isn't a single fixed point or event. It's a series of stages. This video will explain this concept further. There are a lot of misconceptions about financial independence and early retirement. The most common being that it is a simple yes-no proposition. Either you are financially independent or not. Most commoners figure you should be rich or have a very high salary in order to leave paid employment before age 50, or 40, or even 30. Certainly having a high wage makes a difference. The key aptitude, however, is the capacity to have a high savings rate. The first thing you have to get into your head is that financial independence actually exists along the continuum. It is not just having enough cash saved that you will never have to work again. It is a process of incremental advancements. Each incremental advancement is like a rest stop along the road to financial freedom. Each stop gives you greater freedom, and it is freedom that contributes to happiness. Who said money can't buy happiness? I have seen similar articles and videos that are 7, 10, or more stages, but I found some stages were just subdivisions of one of the 6 stages I will describe here. The first stage is actually a lack of financial independence. Stages 1 to 3 are essentially the surviving stages. Most of your work in these stages involves everyday household operations. They are building a foundation. The future stages, stages 4 to 6, which are the thriving stages. It's at stages 4 through 6 that you have enough money to make choices that support higher purposes, whatever that means to you. Stage 0 is dependence. This stage is not an official stage but is basically where everyone starts. Your lifestyle depends on others for financial support. We all start here as we are born this way, depending on our parents for everything. You're in this stage if you spend more than you earn. If you're digging deeper into debt, some people are able to leave this stage in their teen years, while others can find themselves stuck in this stage for their entire lifetime. Their parents may be gone, but are on welfare, for example. Stage 1 is solvency. Solvency is the ability to pay your financial commitments. You reach this stage after you no longer rely on anyone for financial support. It means your income is greater than your expenses. But it also means you are no longer accumulating debt. Maybe you have loads of loan payments, but you're not adding anything new to the burden. Some people reach this stage in their teens while some never reach it. I myself reached this around age 24 after finishing college. Stage 2 is stability. You achieve stability after you've repaid your consumer debt, established some emergency savings, and continue to earn more than your expenses. It's possible that you still have some good debt such as college loans, or a mortgage, but you've paid off everything else such as car loans. You have built a buffer of savings to protect you from unfortunate events. I probably reached this level around age 27, when I paid off the student loans that my then wife had at the time. Obviously I would have reached this level sooner had I stayed single and gone MGTOW. Stage 3 is agency. Whether you call it agency or accountability, it is sure to put a frown on a feminist's face, but it will put a smile on most men's faces. For this stage of financial independence, you have the ability to live and work as you choose. You've eliminated all debt, including student loans and mortgages, or you could do so if you wanted to. You might, for example, have enough in savings to pay off your mortgage, but simply feel better knowing that you have those savings just in case. The litmus test of this stage is that you have enough saved that you could quit your job at a moment's notice without hesitation. In the final 3 stages on the road to financial freedom, your concerns move from surviving to thriving. These are the stages where money is no longer a safety net, but instead it is now a tool to help you build the life you want. When you think about it, that is all money ever is. A tool to help you pursue meaning. Most people don't understand they should use it in this way. Knowing what gives you meaning and purpose in life is a vital part of financial freedom. Stage 4 is security. You reach the security stage when your investment income can cover your basic needs. In other words, based on how much you have saved and invested, you could live out a meager existence for the rest of your life without worrying about money. Even if you never worked again, you could afford simple housing, basic food, essential clothing, and health care. This stage could be as simple as living in a trailer park and eating TV dinners for the rest of your life without having to work again. You can calculate if you are at this stage with some rather simple mathematics. Calculate your net worth by adding up everything you own, and subtract what you owe. Now take your net worth and simply divide this number by 25. And that is roughly how much of your net worth you could withdraw each year to live on. So for every $100,000 in net worth, you could take out $4,000 a year for the rest of your life. Again, this is a rough estimate. Remember, this figure is per year, so divide the number by 12 to see how much that would come out to each month. Stage 5 is independence. This is the financial independence we all know and love. Your investment income can now support your current standard of living. You do not have to eat Swanson dinners every day, well, unless you really want to. The money you have saved and invested would allow you to live like you do today until the day you cack. It covers the basics and creature comforts. Financial independence means different things to different people. For some, independence means their savings will support a $12,000 per year lifestyle. For others it means $24,000 per year, $50,000 a year, or even more. For me, I have kept my nose to the grindstone and maximized my savings rate for so long that I have not actually calculated this figure. The final figure will vary depending on your life purpose, and other factors like where you plan to live. If your idea of retirement includes traveling, or driving around the country in an RV, those expenses will have to be taken into account. But wait, there is more. Stage 6 is abundance. This final stage of financial freedom is where you have enough, and then some. Your passive income from all sources won't just fund your lifestyle forever, but it grants you the freedom to do anything you choose, indulging in luxury, establishing a charitable foundation, or exploring the world. In other words, what most kids would call being rich. The bottom line is that the more money you save, the more freedom you have, and the more risks you can take. As your financial independence increases, you chip away at the wall of worry. You're able to make decisions proactively rather than reactively. This 6-stage roadmap is useful because it makes the concepts of financial independence more achievable for a lot of people. If you find some stages too nebulous, simply break it down into more discrete steps. When I talk to the average person about retiring early by saving half her income, her eyes glaze over. She thinks, "No way I could ever do that. It's too great of a leap from her current existence." Reframing financial independence as a 6-stage process, things suddenly seem more achievable. If I went back in time to ask myself if it was achievable, I would have defined it as a single step going from my current state to financial independence in one ominous step. And more than likely that step would have involved winning the lottery. Maybe you can't save half of your income now, but you could start by simply saving your next raise. Or 5%, or 10%. Focus on moving from solvency to stability. That is an achievable goal that builds financial confidence. Then work on boosting your savings rate to 15% or 20%. And so on. I'm curious to hear what you all think. Would you split these stages differently? Would you add stages? Remove stages? What have I missed? Come to think of it, there is one stage I would add. it would be this: stay single, save yourself, go MGTOW.